Welcome, my friends, to the Batman vs. Superman Q&A live stream that I'm setting up, and I am your host, the Super Blue Magus. I have my friend Ty with me right now. He has not seen the movie, so for the
Welcome, my friends, to the Batman vs. Superman Q&A live stream.
Dang, that scared the shit out of me. That thing is just apologize for the echo. All I just heard, my voice just heard. Oh dear Lord, that's gonna be a blooper for the ages. Anyway,
that's good. That was good. That was good.
Anyway, awkward. There's two of me. I am a clone. Anyway, I have my friend Ty with me. He has not seen Batman vs. Superman yet. Do you plan on watching it?
Yeah, maybe not. I don't care about spoilers. If somebody spoils it, I don't care. I'm not going to freak out over it.
Okay. I was gonna have it to be pretty spoiler free for the most part. Generally because I would like it. I don't know. I hope I'm able to say enough good things about it to where people will want to go see it for themselves. You know, generally spoiling it for everybody. So anyway, let's just get right into the meat and potatoes of things, okay? When it comes to Batman vs. Superman, I generally prefer Superman, as you can tell by this. I know a lot of people like Batman a lot, but I love Superman. Like, it's really hard to explain. It's really hard to explain the hows and whys of why I love Superman so much more than I do Batman. But whenever Superman shows up and I'm reading a comic, I just feel like this general rush of safeness. So whenever he's there, like when Batman shows up, I'm just like, okay, Batman's gonna do something cool. He's gonna save the day. But when Superman shows up, I'm saved. Superman is here. So I guess maybe that's why I like him more. You know, I just feel like I just feel this rush of safeness over me, of safety. Like I personally feel good that Superman has now. So that is hopefully to stave off the questions of people asking me, who do you like, Superman or Batman?
Yeah, well, I think Batman's overrated anyways. His villains are more interesting than he is. Like when it comes to,
I wouldn't say that.
As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to Batman, I like looking more about his villains a lot more than his than Batman himself. Never been that big a fan of Batman.
Not like Batman
character. Not saying he's terrible. It's just I find his villains more interesting. Is all.
I also thank people for wishing me happy birthday today. That's pretty great.
You're hitting 25. You're hitting your mid-20s.
Yeah.
You're getting in the
Although a lot of people still. In fact, I just started my new job, and one of my coworkers asked me, like, I told my birthday was on Saturday, and they're like, "Really? How old are you turning?" I'm like, 25. They're like, "No, you are not turning 25. I could have sworn you were like 18, turning 19 or something like that." I'm like, I was through. You're making me blush.
They do that to me too. I'm almost 30. They still think I'm 18.
Hey, that means we get to live a lot longer and look pretty while doing it.
Well, we will if we keep working out.
Especially.
Thank goodness I have that gym. Oh, and shout out to John Burke. You know, the guy that did the video about the obese thing.
I don't know him. I know of him. I just don't know him. I'm not sure if I agree with him or not. It's weird. But anyway, to the movie. Okay, so I've been hearing a lot of from critics generally. They're saying I have never seen a more inconsistent critical review basis for critics that just all agree, say we don't like this movie, but we don't like this movie for extremely different and almost contradictory reasons. We're saying that it's a boring movie. We have other critics saying it has too much action and CGI. Another critic says it has too much going on. Says it needs more action. Another one says it needs less action. I'm just like, could you people agree on something, please?
That's ridiculous.
I don't know. But anyway, I was going to go see this movie regardless of what their opinion was on it. I mean, I didn't let the reviews for Fantastic Four deter me from going to see that. I wish it had, because that movie sucked. But anyway, I went and saw it. And if Frost is watching this, hi Frost. But and I know he's working on a video right now talking about things that he can do to fix Batman vs Superman, because he does not like Man of Steel, and I bought it on Blu-ray already. Which, by the way, Frost, this is my show, and we like Man of Steel here. So, anyway, he did say that he enjoyed Batman vs Superman. He hates Man of Steel, but he enjoyed it. But he said it was flawed. Just said it was kind of okay. When I was watching it, I do feel that the movie jumps around a bit too much. Like, for the first hour or so, it'll do this thing where it's going continuously. It's like we have a plot point with Batman, we have a plot point with Superman, then we have a plot point with Lex Luthor, and then Wonder Woman for a little bit, and then Lex Luthor, and then back to Batman, then Superman, then Lex Luthor, then Batman, Superman, then Lex Luthor, then Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor, Wonder Woman, Batman, Superman, Lex Luthor. It has a nasty habit of doing that for the grand majority of the time. It's like it's like it starts off its engine, gets out, hops in a new car, and goes again. So that's my major complaint about it right now. Like, it starts a little bit jumbled, a little bit incoherent, and as soon as you think it starts going somewhere, it kind of stops and then goes again later. But overall, this was a fucking good movie. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. Is it a masterpiece by any means? No, it's not 5 out of 5. I have my problems with it, but I would definitely give this movie a solid 8.5 out of 10. Like, if I had to give it a numerical score, I know that's tantamount to blasphemy nowadays, because nobody goes to reviews to read the scores because they're arbitrary. But I would say, yeah, it's definitely a mid to high 8 for me. Primarily because where it shines the most is the characterization of Batman and Superman and Lex Luthor. With Batman, holy shit! Whenever I heard Ben Affleck was going to be Batman, that's actually a really good casting call. I was like one of the only guys I saw online going, no, come on, he'll do a pretty good job as Batman. People were like, no, he didn't suck. He's going to be so bad. He's Daredevil or some shit like that. But no, I really thought he got the performance in. Like, his intense looks, he does a lot of looking and stuff, but his facial expressions, like, you can tell he put a lot into the character, and you can just tell a lot of what Batman is thinking from Ben Affleck's facial expressions. He's not like, I'm Ben Affleck, I'm here. No, he's more like, I'm Batman. I'm kind of confused with what's going on right now, but I'm thinking something. It's really hard to explain, but if you see his facial expressions, you just know exactly what Batman is thinking, and I think that is the best way to play Batman. Not constantly talking, body language, and Ben Affleck fucking nailed it. Like, Ben Affleck is probably the best Batman to ever be. And I'm gonna go out and say it that. I know people like Christian Bale, you know, and
fuck Christian Bale. I'm sorry, I don't like his. I don't like that shit.
Where are the other drugs going? I actually think that they do the Batman voice in this movie is a very good way. They kind of synthesize his voice a little bit, so it's really distorted, so you can't really tell it. It's almost electronic sounding. And that makes Batman. That actually makes it hard to tell that it's actually Ben Affleck playing Batman. I thought that was really clever as to how they hide his voice, synthesized it through one of Batman's technology. Good idea, A1. Now we move on to Superman. Also nailed it. I'll say it again. Henry Cavill is an excellent Superman. He has not just the face, the look, but on top of that, he also nails it with the personality. You know, Superman's good, his desire to protect Lois Lane, his desire to save everyone, but he's conflicted with how much he can do, how much he should do, and more importantly, the little bitty critiques that he gets about his personality, about how much he's doing, about how much collateral damage he can do, just cuts like a knife into his personality and into his psyche. He nails that. Like, there's one scene in the movie where they're just like sort of talking trash about him on like TV, and his critics on like CNN or something like that. They're saying bad things. You can just see his conflicted facial expressions, and he's actually quite silent. He doesn't like go on a tangent, a monologue, or defend himself. He just looks at the movie, like at the screen, like this, like you can tell that even though what the critic is saying is bullshit, you know it's bullshit, taking it seriously. Like, he's doing something wrong. Like, he's fucked up. I'm like, that is an excellent way to play Superman. That is one thing he has. See, what people think about Superman is they often think he's too powerful or too almighty. No. What Superman has, actually, is an inferiority complex. He thinks that, say, if 89.9% of an entire city, but that 0.1% that he could not protect would eat him alive for weeks on end. And Henry Cavill fucking nailed that too. Lois Lane actually played her still a solid job as Lois Lane. And she wasn't in it a lot, not as much as I thought she was going to be in it, but I got a poster at the movie theater of I sat down, of Gal Gadot doing Wonder Woman. Dude, she was excellent as Wonder Woman. She had the face expressions, the way she spoke, the way she moved, the way she fought. Excellent. I think she will do fine as Wonder Woman. Say big.
Everybody was rumoring it was going to be. Everybody was rumoring it was going to be Megan Fox.
She would have done terribly. I'm not going to lie. That is not a role for Megan Fox. But Gal Gadot, excellent Wonder Woman. This is going to hang on my wall proudly, and not just because she's a babe. Because I love me some Wonder Woman. Now on to some controversy. Even my girlfriend did not like Lex Luthor.
Who plays Lex Luthor?
What's that guy's name again? Jesse Eisenberg. That's it. Yeah, he plays him.
Oh, wow.
Yes. This one's a bit more interesting. Primarily because it's a very different Lex Luthor than what I'm used to. This Lex Luthor, honestly, I kind of got the vibe that Quicksilver from X-Men Days of Future was being Lex Luthor. I mean, I think it was the hair. It had to be the hair. But Jesse Eisenberg, huh?
I was going to say, so basically, Lex Luthor is played by Michael Cera Jr.
No, not at all, not at all. He has this way of acting and emoting, the way he sort of portrays himself. His body language is extremely, and you can tell that Jesse Eisenberg is giving it all to this character. The question of whether or not the character is written well is the problem. I think this character is good. It's not the Lex Luthor that I would want to see, but it's a different kind of Lex Luthor that we haven't seen on screen yet, and probably we haven't seen ever. This Lex Luthor is energetic. This Lex Luthor is kind of conniving and manipulative and a little bit more willing to play it dirty. Honestly, he kind of reminds me of a Justice League version of Lex Luthor.
Is there a reason they didn't shave his head?
Huh?
Is there a reason they didn't shave his head? Because I remember seeing him have
They did. They shaved his head at the end of the movie.
Okay, I was going to say, because I saw that, and I'm like, why has he got hair? I thought he was bald.
No, he's bald at the end of the movie, trust me. Anyway, Jesse Eisenberg's Lex Luthor. I think his performance is stellar for this character. This is a good performance as this character. This is not the Lex Luthor that I would, but again, you watch the movie you have, not the movie you want. Performance as this Lex Luthor, this particular Lex Luthor, was excellent. I'm just a little bit on the fence as to whether or not I think this Lex Luthor is an improvement over the ones we've seen in the past, or whether or not this particular Lex Luthor is going to be a good fit for this. I think he's a little bit. I think he's more like Justice League Unlimited era Lex Luthor, a little more in the crazy side of things. He's just kind of, you know, a little twitchy almost. But I don't know. It's just kind of hard to imagine Lex Luthor having his high-pitched voice. I really would have preferred someone like Bryan Cranston, you know, a more older, more business bourgeois-oriented cast. But hey, I think Jesse Eisenberg's performance was excellent. All the actors, every single actor in this movie, not a single one delivered a bad performance. This is a very, very well-acted movie. It just depends on if you're familiar with horror and you're going into this movie, you're going to be disappointed in it, because it's a very different Lex Luthor. But on the other hand, if you're familiar with Batman and Superman, you'll probably get their personalities down to a T. Now, for some other controversy. Yes, Batman uses guns in this movie. Now I'll be fair, one scene is a dream sequence, but the other times he uses like you know, grenade launcher guns. But Batman doesn't use guns. He hates guns. If you actually read the comics like I have, you'll know that a lot of Batman books from the 40s and the Golden Age, you see Batman use a lot of guns, and he has killed people. In fact, the issue of Detective Comics number, God, what's the issue that he debuted in again? It was some number. Anyway, the very first issue he debuted in, dudes. Okay, look that up. It's true. You can watch Linkara's Atop the Fourth Wall episode on Batman's debut during one of his Secret Origins Month episodes. Yeah, you see him. Batman in his weird caped, purple-gloved glory kills like 5 dudes. So I don't want to hear that Batman doesn't kill people. And before anyone chimes in and says, but he doesn't kill anybody now, he's been revamped and stuff. I'm like, oh, the point is he's done it in past versions of himself. Say that this version can't do it because other versions haven't is ridiculous to me. He has done it in the comics, therefore he's done it. Okay? No amount of reboots or relaunches is going to erase the fact that Batman has used a machine gun to mow down people. But anyway, overall, this was a very, very good movie. I would not say it's amazing. Will I buy it on Blu-ray or DVD? Obviously. If only because those special edition boxes look fucking sweet. You get like a little statue of both Batman or Superman, whichever one you want to pick anyway. And it's gorgeous. I would probably display that on my giant case of nerd that I'm building. But yeah. In fact, here's such big of a nerd that I am. I went to Walmart and I bought this.
No, pillowcase.
This is a very comfy pillow. It's a pillow, and it's a straight up pillow.
Oh,
it's like $5. It's like $5 for a pillow, a big ass pillow. But holy shit, is it comfortable?
Good job. They might have it. I might have my Walmart. I might check it out.
I also bought the blanket that has them on it. If I can get it in the shot. There.
Are you gonna take that?
I turned 25 and I have Batman and Superman stuff on my bed. I have no shame.
Whatever, dude. You and I
can't stop me. I'm gonna.
We and I are both in our 20s and still watch wrestling. People think that's for kids too.
Dude, I'm trying to get buff to be a professional wrestler. You can't stop me. It's my dream, dang.
Like I said, the only way I'll be a professional wrestler is if I'm strong enough to pick up Andre the Giant. That's the best. That's the only way I'll be a wrestler. Be as strong as I can.
So asking me, does that mean Superman versus Batman is your icon? No, my waifu is still Android 18. Yeah, sorry, buddy. Sorry, buddy. I got a thing for robot bitches. Plus any chick can kick my ass is kind of sexy to me. I don't know why.
True.
Anyway, that's my thoughts on Batman vs Superman: Dawn of Justice. If my review kind of convinced you to go and watch it, then please do so because it's a very good movie. Now, right now, what I'm going to do is, for a little bit of fun, I'm going to go on Rotten Tomatoes, go to the Batman v Superman reviews. I'm going to kind of riff on a couple of the ones that are really inconsistent. Because the score has been dropping all over the place. Like, it was like 41 the other day, and now it's 29. I'm like, this movie, 29, okay? Like, I don't know, because if you look at the average ratings on Rotten Tomatoes, the average critical rating is a 5 out of 10. This should be a 50%.
You're talking about the audience ratings?
No, like this is the critical score. The audience score is 73% with an average rating of 3.8 out of 5. I don't get Rotten Tomatoes score. You see, for them it's like this: if the critical score is not at least 60% or above, then it's instantly filed into a rotten review, and that monometer and drops the score a little bit. But if it's 60% or more, it goes into fresh. So basically, if every single critic came in and reviewed this movie and gave a movie a 60% critical score, it would technically have 100% tomatometer, despite the fact that every critic was giving it a 6 out of 10. To me, that is a broken system. I would really adapt that. If they want to trust critics and stuff, you trust their opinion. It's like 5 out of 10. Okay, I get that. The first half of the movie is a little clunky at times, so I might be fair to that. But 29, when the average score is 5 out of 10, come on, Rotten Tomatoes, you gotta fix this shit. This is not a 29, okay? This is not. This movie is a very well-told story that has amazing performances. It has excellent characterization, a lot of world building. I won't go into spoilers, just know there's a lot of world building, and even a little bit of foreshadowing for the villain. I won't say anything. Okay, I will say something. I'll say it straight up. They kind of tease Darkseid in it. He's not in the movie himself, but there is a particular scene where you kind of see Darkseid's Omega symbol. So when you see that, it's oh my God, Darkseid! Because Darkseid's a meme. I love him. He's badass.
I prefer Thanos.
Anyway, we're going to go in some of the really, really negative reviews into this movie.
Yeah, I'm going to check it out.
And what we're going to do is we're kind of... Huh?
I said we're going to check it out, huh?
Oh, here's a good one for you then. This comes from Cam Williams of Barrett News. His synopsis is, let's face it, Christian be a hard act for any actor to follow. Already. We have someone going, Christian Bale did an excellent job as Batman and nobody else can.
Where were the other drugs going? I'll never forget that line.
Where were the other drugs going? Sorry. Don't get me wrong. I don't think Christian Bale is a bad actor and that was a bad performance. I just think him barking like a dog was not a great idea. I would have preferred the more synthesized thing they take with this movie. Okay. Especially Ben Affleck, who had already proved underwhelming as a superhero when he played Daredevil back in 2003. That was 13 years ago. And if you watch the director's cut of that movie, you realize it's actually a good movie. And Ben Affleck is a solid Daredevil. So I really don't get that argument, okay? He sucked as Daredevil 13 years ago, therefore he's bad in everything. Did these people ever watch? He wrote, starred in, and directed, and it won him an Oscar. They can eat a fat one. Departure from the franchise of Chris Nolan, the legendary director of the critically acclaimed Batman trilogy, only served to lower the expectations even further. I know Nolan versus Batman. What the hell?
Yeah, where's TV
Hey, Ty.
The Volkswagen Safety and Numbers event is happening now. $1,250 Volkswagen.
Yeah, I'm here. I'm here.
I hear some background noise. I'm gonna mute them temporarily, okay?
Okay, sorry.
Okay, sorry about that. I'll bring Ty back whenever what's going on at his house right now is done with. Anyway, so this person here is with Barrett Newswire. Again, the reviewer is Cam Williams. Just this entire I'm just talking about how excellent Christian Bale's performance was. Although I know a lot of people who disagree with that. Goes into the runtime, which is why that's runtimes are bad. And apparently this movie could have been easily trimmed down to less than 90 minutes. I like how it raises that point, but completely drops it.
Uh-oh.
Oh, okay, so that whatever is going on is done. Okay.
Sorry about that. I got yelled at my parents for a while there. Everyone asked me to get the remote, and they already had it. Anyways, continue.
Anyway, so apparently this person's like, yeah, you could have cut this movie down to 90 minutes instead of 2.5 hours. How? You just could. Yeah, I like reading these kind of reviews primarily because it's just like a lot of these are just kind of dumb.
Wow.
Anyway, okay. I'm just gonna skim through this because I don't want to read an entire review. Again, first time I'm reading it. The source of the tension of the two is adequately explained, but the audience nevertheless grows increasingly impatient since we'd much rather see our beloved heroes quickly resolve the differences to fight a real villain. Oh, so what you're telling me is this: we, the audience, you're speaking on behalf of me, would like to see Batman and Superman resolve their differences instead of fighting out. When if you actually watch the movie, their differences are actually not all that major, and the reason they fight is not generally because they want to. Well, Batman kind of wants to, but Superman doesn't. Look, this person just not watched the movie. Again, I'm gonna leave it a bit spoiler free, but trust me, it's a lot more than, hey, I'm Superman, I'm Batman, I'm gonna beat you up, I'm Batman. Come on. The reason that their entire motivations are explained in the first part of the movie. Again, I think it could have been much more well paced and much more well explained, but it is explained. So if you make a point like you can cut it down, then please explain how it could have been removed. Don't just say it can and then not elaborate. It just kind of drops. As an eminently detestable adversary waiting in the wings of a person of the diabolical Lex Luthor. Except they both are against Lex Luthor. Did you forget? Oh God!
He's a bad guy, is he not?
Yeah, and Batman actually has to sneak into Lex Luthor's place in one movie, in one part of the movie. I'm like, neither one likes Lex Luthor. Were you even watching it?
Better yet, were you at least paying attention? Maybe you went to the bathroom during that scene or something. I'll bet you. That's what I think would happen.
Probably they did. I guarantee this person ordered a large popcorn, a really, really sugary beverage, sat down, consumed it, got some got some diarrhea, went to the bathroom, came back, says, I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. This movie's not explaining anything. Well, you missed 15 minutes of it. What do you expect? Of course you're going to be a little long. Let's see here. Long way battle with Lex Luthor's henchman. Doomsday rolls around. You're so tired of peeking at your watch. You're overdone as fast as possible. Make it stop. A classic case of movie making excess resulting in patience testing blockbuster adding up to way less than the sum of its parts. Fair, 1 star. That's one of the dumbest reviews I've ever read in my entire life. Just more Michael Bay, just more Christian Bale, Nolan verse jerking off and wah. I give this person's review a 0 out of 10.
Yeah, sounds
at this point, all we're doing right now is that we are just I'm just reviewing other people's opinions. Hey, check it out. I'm Ace Salieri.
Damn it, I was going to say that.
I
was going to say that. He's reviewing reviewers.
Okay, let's see.
If you're Ace Salieri, you gotta open up with, hello, dear viewer.
Let's see here. Someone's I'm trying to find some like critical reviews that just sound kind of, really basic. Because somebody's like trying to say this movie is mired in pessimism. Not really.
How?
Yeah.
Why is it? Talking about the reviews of the movie, or?
I don't know what it means.
Oh.
Oh, here we have a good one. Leonard Maltin said, "When was it decided superhero movies should?" What? You mean a movie with Batman is actually serious? It's not like we had 3 preceding Batman movies that were so incredibly serious and just dark and stuff, and we all loved them. What are you? I hate it when they do this. I hate it.
That's just awful. But
Yeah.
he hates the fact that it's not a fucking.
It's like this. It's like again, review the movie you have, not the movie you want. So it's like this. You mean a movie that asks really, really good questions of philosophy, religion, and giving us some really good internal complex characterization, and even kind of makes you agree with the villain at times? You mean a movie that makes you think and process isn't going to be like a Marvel movie where it's nothing but fun? Look, DC is not trying to make it like a Marvel movie. They're actually trying to take... Look, right? Let's cut to the chase here. We all love superhero movies. They're like the biggest box office successes of this year. We are living in the golden age of superhero movies right now. So let's not be disingenuous when we say this. We take these movies seriously. Yes, they're fun. Yes, they're funny at times. But let's face it, we take them seriously. We take them very seriously. So, what is wrong with DC taking their movies as seriously as we take them? Exactly. My biggest complaint is that the brain trust behind Batman versus Superman has managed to drain all the fun out of these characters and their world. I thought superhero movies were supposed to be fun. Watchmen, the Nolanverse movies. Let's see. What other superhero movies aren't fun but actually kind of complex? Oh wait, I don't need to do anything like that because we have a lot of comic books that are extremely dark. Yes.
The Mask?
No. Huh?
I'm gonna say there's plenty of them out there.
The Mask is really dark.
Yeah, I actually just read that thanks to Nostalgia Critic. The original Mask comic is actually surprisingly dark. It's not as disturbing as he made it out to be, but it's still pretty damn dark.
Let's see here. I don't even understand the premise, which has been blaming Superman for the cataclysm at the end of Zack Snyder's previous movie, and spending the rest of the picture finding a way to destroy him. Affleck spends the entire film expressing one emotion, unrelenting anger. Oh darn, you mean a character is actually angry at another character because he blames that one character for destruction that cost several thousand lives. Oh no, it might make somebody mad when that happens. Golly, I can't think of a really big actual real-life cataclysmic event that happened in a big city that cost thousands of lives and actually affected us for over a decade. Say, where are 2 buildings in New York City? It's almost like a lot of violence, destruction, and lives lost can make a lot of people mad. Of course Bruce Wayne's going to be mad. The movie's only set 18 months after the events of... Of course he's a little upset about that. He's going to be mad. Like, I don't get that. I don't get that at all. You want Bruce Wayne to be, hey, who wants to go all happy? Tra-la-la-la-la-la. Let's have a tea party. No, let's not. Let's be mad. Let's stay mad. That's dumb.
Rare footage of Batman actually angry.
Yeah, what a shock. Batman's angry at something. Wait, isn't he always angry at something?
Hey, kudos if you get that reference.
My parents are dead. You gotta stop being so angry, Batman. You don't get mad. This guy does not get. You're not going to portray a psychopathic Lex Luthor to be utterly monotonous. There is no color, shading, or nuance, just one note over and over again. I can see that being a bit of a problem, but his performance as this character was interesting. It was unique. It was different. See, I feel sorry for the kids and families who be sucked into seeing this blockbuster. Parents will have a hard time explaining the grimly dark, confusing story to their children. Don't kids deserve to cheer for superhero in this kind of movie? Oh, will someone please think of the children? No. Movie's rated PG-13, dude, and it's supposed to have an R rating. Okay, this guy's probably the dude who would whine that Deadpool is too violent and sexual for kids. Are you kidding me with this? Deadpool. My daughter just asked me if there was anything I did like about Batman v Superman, and I had to answer, honestly, no. Well, you should probably stop watching movies then.
Yeah, pretty much.
Just saying. Yeah, Leonard Maltin's review was dumb. Who is that? Name sounds familiar, actually. Who is that? I thought she's an American film critic. Let's see here. Was this? Yeah, this guy was on Mystery Science Theater 3000. I thought I heard that name before. Let's see here. I thought I knew where this guy came from. He was a dude who showed on the on the episode of Gorgo, the film Gorgo. He said he liked Gorgo. I'm like, oh, hold on, this guy liked Gorgo but hated this movie. What? I don't know. I mean, no disrespect to Leonard Maltin's career and stuff, but I think he missed the point with this movie and asked, "Oh, won't someone please think of the children?" Let me think here. No.
Nope.
Warner Brothers is not Disney. Batman is not Iron Man. We can kind of get over it. DC wants to have a more serious more serious side of their movies. They're doing something different. Let them do that.
Makes you kind of wonder how they're gonna do Darkseid in the.
Probably really well, because Darkseid's a dead serious character. In fact, like, one of my favorite lines from him comes from the Superman animated series. Superman just wails and beats on him, just mercilessly hammering into him. People of Apocalypse, and he literally goes, "I am many things, people. I am many things, Kal-El, but here, I am God." I was like,
"There's a scene."
Damn.
Like,
huh?
He's a scene with Super.
Say what? You're kind of cutting in and out. What?
Ah, damn.
Just type it out in Skype or something. I have to read it out loud or something. I can't hear you. Oh, that'd be good. That'd be a good one. Someone gave it a 1.5 out of 4, and actually the sandbox they're given to romp around in is stupid. 3 stupids. Okay, this ought to be interesting.
Where
the moment that defines the ramshackle mess that is Batman v Superman: Dawn of Justice comes midway through the way too long 153 minutes. Ben Affleck unwisely cast as the downbeat Cape Crusader. You mean Ben Affleck is cast as a downbeat character? Oh darn! I can't imagine another movie where he's doing that. Yeah, Argo didn't happen. Snaps out of his scowl as he emerges from a wrecked Batmobile. He looks around, horrified at what he sees, then looks forward, eyes full of horror, and shouts out a swear word. That did not happen halfway into the movie. Nor was he in the Batmobile when that happened. And on top of that, it wasn't at what I'm seeing around me. It was more, oh shit, here comes a big red laser beam of death towards my face. Oh, this is going to be painful, isn't it? That existential despair is exactly what director Zack Snyder's bludgeon of a superhero mashup film does to its act, the characters, and most of all, the audience. Oh, goody. Another guy speaking on behalf of me. Yay. Combining a script that is dumb and ludicrous as the campy Batman and Superman mid-20th century TV shows. Superman didn't have a mid-20th century TV show.
Mid-20th century?
Like, 1960s Batman did. Was there? Oh. Wait, he might have.
There were shorts. The cartoon shorts. Show. I think they're referring to the cartoon shorts.
Was it? No, wait. No. Okay. This is one thing I was wrong on. There was a live-action Superman show called Adventure. Okay, so point this guy. He got me on that one. Could have sworn he didn't have a live-action TV show like that. Okay, I learned something new every day. Combining a script as dumb and ludicrous. Yeah, whatever. Got to know that. See here. The morose tone geared to send nerds out of the theater sobbing. The movie's the worst possible outcome for a concept that was ill-advised to begin. What? Oh, so hey guys, I have an idea. Let's actually build our universe up and make our characters really serious. That's bad because reasons.
Because reasons.
The DC Universe and Warner Brothers Studios' efforts to match the synergy of Marvel Disney's Avengers saga does more to kill the momentum than expand it. There we go. There we go again, the Disney stuff. Hey, I'm like, you do know that not every movie has to be made by Disney, right? Let's see here. When the trailer of Suicide Squad rolls, the bad guy team up flick due out August 5th at least has hope of matching the freewheeling fun of the Avengers. Oh no, a movie that made me think and feel and have emotions. Stop the presses. Stop the presses. Stop this train called life. I want to get off. Some examples of the horror. Superman beaten near death screams out for his mommy by her first name. He did that because, spoiler alert, he did that because he was trying to ask Batman to go save his mom after he killed him. Batman was in and he just like, no, please go save my mom. That's all he asked. He wasn't like, Mommy, I'm hurt. Pay attention. Batman turned back to Superman strength as an Iron Man. Super the industry likes that ditches suit. He tries to slug it out with superpowered doom. Yeah. About the time he has to ditch the suit, I'm like, I don't know. It was because he just threw down with a demigod and it's kind of broken. But they're going to start the movie. So they decide to kill each other for no good reason. They did not decide to just kill each other for no good reason. And they didn't just become friends. They had a reason to do it. I think it could have been explained a little better. But it was more like, hey, look, bigger threat. Let's team up. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, Doomsday's in the movie. So at the very end, they're going to stop fighting and go fight Doomsday, stop the real bad guy, not each other. So that's not really a spoiler. We all knew that was going to be. When something caught in the scene ends and reveals it was either Batman playing a virtual reality video game one or the hero suffering a psychotic hallucination.
Wait, what?
I know what he's talking about, but it's so basically it's like, hey, something cool happened, but it doesn't count because reasons. Superman takes a nuclear bomb. In fact, I actually have a theory for those scenes where it happens and stuff. And I don't want to spoil it for anybody because I'm certain this thing is going to be postulated. I'm put the theory on the internet sometime after I'm certain most people have seen the movie. Okay. Superman takes a nuclear bomb to the face, which seems to melt away his skin. And the next thing he's immediately all good to go and all healed up. Oh, I don't know. Maybe he was in space and in direct contact with the sun, which is where he gets his power from, which was established in the first movie. Batman's voice is disgusting if you make him sound like a speak and spell. I suppose you would prefer, where were the other drugs going? Bark.
Everybody loves that one.
Okay, take it back. This is the worst review I've ever read. This is he just did not pay attention to the movie at all. Like, I mean, if he couldn't keep his attention to it, whatever. But Phil Villarreal from OK Magazine, no thumbs up.
Nothing but complaints still, huh? Any other reviews?
I'm not even going to bother reading Bill Newcott's review. He's from AARP, the magazine.
AARP?
Yeah, you know, that old person magazine for like senior citizens and stuff like that.
I haven't got much to say on that one.
Okay, I'm going to go through like one more page of this because this is just too much stupid for me to handle. Okay, so Michael Bonner of Uncut Magazine UK, his review is like really... I'm just going to read a synopsis right now. It says, a boring, confused film swollen with self-importance. God, if only... God, what else would you say that's important? And it has, you know, the very first superhero of all time meeting one of the most iconic heroes of all time in the same movie that's been wanted and desired by fans for years and decades. Why on earth would that movie feel important? Search me. I can't figure.
Sounds like they're just getting stupid right here.
Yeah, see here. Here have a guy who thinks he's being clever. Pete von der Haar from Houston Press said, Zack Snyder's production company is called Cruel and Unusual Films. Anything I say from this point on is probably redundant, but here we are. Get it? Okay, I just come out and say this. If the biggest problem, so far from what I see, everyone's just whining about Zack Snyder being the director. Okay. If that's the case, then I say Warner Brothers and DC, you've had your run, no more. Because honestly, I do think the movie series would be a lot better if Zack Snyder was dropped from it, and instead we had a different director take on the role. Like, I would love to see Guillermo del Toro or Peter Jackson take on the directorial mantle. I think they would handle it a lot better than he would. Heck, I bet Kevin Smith would do a great job as a director.
Oh, actually, I could see that too.
Say someone went. This person I10223 said AARP gives a 2 out of 10. These famine kids more like flies. Make more fly shit. That's funny. More Snyder. Riddle me this. How do you put 3 of the greatest comic superheroes of all time into one big budget movie and still make a mess out of it? I don't know, but I'm not going to read your review to find out.
Certainly not. That just comes off as conceited and stupid.
It's like putting your it's like putting your head into a beehive for 2.5 hours. Then why did you give it a C? I don't know about you, but if I put my head into a beehive, I probably would not give it a C. It's like, this is an okay experience. This is all right, you know, I guess. I mean, it's okay. It's not great. It's so-so. No, I'd be more like, holy shit. I feel like, holy shit, I have bees in my ears. I'm dying. I give this a solid F.
Because there's bees in my ears.
Okay, that confuses me. This guy gives it a 6 out of 10, but for some reason Rotten Tomatoes gave it made his rating a rotten.
Why?
He said, their reviews are supposed to be, based, 6 out of 10 and up or positive. Like, that's their thing, 6 positive. This confuses me. It says, truthfully, despite all my grievances, I rather liked BBS. Unlike nearly all the Marvel movies, it feels like the work of an actual filmmaker instead of a glorified television product. I wouldn't say that about the Marvel movies because I like those too, but I don't understand why this is a negative review. Like, why is it listed as negative?
Well,
incoherent, tedious, and largely
maybe they messed up. Maybe.
Probably. Someone needs to fix that because it says original score 6 out of 10. That's a positive.
Well, the review doesn't sound like it's trying to be funny.
No, just okay. Someone's like, it's largely devoid of wit. You mean the Rotten Tomatoes reviewers? This is from Brian Vine of the Daily Mail. I ain't reading that crap. It's Daily Mail. Yeah, I ain't reading Daily Mail shit.
That's a red flag right there. That is shit. A red flag all its own.
Okay, here's one. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have your head driven through solid rock and glass and brick walls for 2.5 hours, blinding flashes of light, unceasingly forcing your eyes shut? No, but oh God, I am not reading that review fully. I mean, it'd be probably a source of hilarity, but I'm not reading it. I don't know. Should I read it? Because the writer of this article is Alyssa Wilkinson. She's writing for the website Christianity Today.
Christianity Today.
Mm-hmm.
That just sounds painful by itself. It just.
I'm just gonna read this. I can see. Oh God.
I hope this is sad.
The article was titled "Holy Weak Batman."
Holy Weak Batman.
Yeah, like Holy Weak. You won't see a more ham-fisted, muddled movie about Christ's crucifixion and superheroes than.
Do we really need to say much here? Like, do you need to say anything? I don't think you need to say much here.
Okay, I don't think I'm going to be able to talk this one. I got to read it all the way through. Have you ever wondered what it would be like to have your head driven through? Okay, I'll read this part. Would you like to have an experience accompanied by blaring schizophrenic musical score? Maybe you'd be down for a handful of frustratingly underdeveloped political lathered thickly with merciless onslaught of way overdeveloped religious references, nay, images and statements that border on flat-out plundering gospel accounts. Oh, you mean the Republican.
Right.
Great. This is something. I think. Okay, this movie is definitely. I mean, this review is definitely on, like, calling smack on it, primarily because there's a lot of there is some religious subtext to it. In fact, Lex Luthor actually has like just a few seconds where he rants about God. Just a few seconds. It's not like God's bad, I'm bad, it's all bad. Ooh. And, he just goes into various typical atheist arguments. No, he just sort of like goes into God, why he doesn't like God and therefore he doesn't like Superman because of that reason and stuff like that. So he goes into that.
Wow.
This person is definitely highly offended by the religious subtext, and this is 2 pages long. I ain't reading this. Okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and assume that this is a mess of a review, primarily because it's oh God, just from what I've read of it already, it's terrible. And so yeah,
just make a guess.
I'm gonna go ahead and call it on watching these. Primarily because it's just, oh boy. I have never seen a more inconsistent and kind of baffling critical score ever. There are problems in the movie, but these critics are to be witty and negative than to actually try and figure out what's wrong with the movie. especially that one dude who absolutely butchered how the movie is paced. It's almost like he went to the movie, got drunk, and just sort of like tried to recant the events as he was fading in and out of consciousness.
Yes.
All right. So that is the end of my little riffs on the bad Superman versus Batman. You really should go see the movie for yourself. I mean, if you agree with the reviewers, that's okay. If you agree with me, that's okay. You know, I'm not here to tell you how to think, how to feel. What you probably should do though is go to the theaters and form your own opinion instead of going with what the critics are telling you. Because I will say it straight up. I don't trust any general critical opinion on anything. Like, whenever Fantastic Four came out, my first thought wasn't, oh, wow, I bet it's terrible. I better not go see it, save myself some time. No. I still wanted to see it. I was thinking, it can't be all that bad. I mean, it was, but I was still thinking, it cannot be all that bad. I had this little dumb thing I do from time to time. It's called thinking and forming my own opinions. You know, critics, sad to say, it's like, and that's one reason why I'm not a professional critic. I can never be a professional critic. Whenever I do reviews, I do it for fun. I do it for entertainment. I do it to entertain my audience as well. I make jokes. I make little witty cracks. I'm not a critic per se. I'm a comedian who happens to play a character of the critic. But I always want my audience to form their own opinions. It's up to you to decide what you like, not up to me. I mean, if you agree with my opinion, that's cool. But, yeah, I will say this. I would encourage you to go see this movie yourself, but I really, really enjoyed it. It had problems, but I liked it. I hope everyone enjoyed it. Now it's time for the fun part, the part everyone wants to know. Okay, so who here has got some questions for me?
Okay. The questions. Question and answer.
Okay, Risky Dolphin 83. I just said your name. Danny, your stream is fucking up. I'm sorry. Okay. Here's a question about the movie. It's about what's this person's referring to. I don't know what Return of the Living Dead has. I don't know why I do that. Well, yeah, but I didn't. Yeah, Return of the Living Dead was kind of dumb. How was the con made? Just which convention? Because like the last one I went to was like it. Oh, I think it happened. I think it was setting up for something.
Oh, you're gonna see us. You're gonna see me in Phoenix later. Don't worry. Both of us will be in Phoenix.
I'm going to. This is a bit of a note. I'm going to be heading to Phoenix Comic-Con this year. So if I have any fans in that general area, or you just want to go ahead and meet me, just there I'm at Phoenix Comic-Con.
Honestly, I wonder if we can actually meet up with Eric and Razor Fist. If they actually show up to that convention.
We'll see.
You said you were gonna give Razorfish shit about Street Fighter V.
Yeah, I'm gonna tease about that. He was like, Vega is a Shoto character. I'm like, where's his fireball? Where's his DP? He's an aerial fighter. He's not a Shoto. Oh, Razor, that's cute. You're a goober. Goober. Anyway.
Rushdown.
Yeah, he's a Rushdown, but he's not a Shoto. Anyway, someone's asking me what I thought about the Doom 4 trailers. I don't pre-order games, but I pre-ordered Doom 4. There, that should tell you all you want to know about it. I'm excited for it. What am I looking forward to in Civil War? More Captain America and Bucky stuff. Captain America is my favorite character in the Avengers universe, and I want to see more of that. How similar was this movie compared to The Dark Knight Returns? I would say tone. that's about it. I would say, if anything, I actually like this movie a lot better than I did Dark Knight Returns. Dark Knight Returns, I don't remember shit from it, actually. I remember, Batman, and must climb the walls, and blah, blah, blah. You know, I know all that stuff. But for the most part, like, I remember, like, going away, I remember most of the scenes in this movie than I do the other one. Thoughts on the Deadpool movie? I saw it twice. Loved it.
Saw that one. That one was amazing. Deadpool movie was amazing. One of my favorite lines in the movie. Did I say this was a love story? It's a horror movie. Sorry, I like that line.
That was. What you told me to knock his titties? Oh, not till I visit Pornhub.
Speaking of which, actually, I'm wondering, can you get Pornhub on Roku? It's just, for those of you who don't know, Roku is a streaming service. I want to see if you can get Pornhub on that.
Probably not. Would you like a masked Netflix of comics? I'd watch it. Yeah, I'd check it out. I think of KOF 14 so far. It looks like it's going to be fun. The graphics aren't the best, but it looks like it's going to be really, 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 really fun. Marvel. Someone's like, Magus, do you buy and when you see anime movies? Absolutely love Under the Red Hood. Oh, yes. I actually have my Netflix queue, Justice League Doom and Batman and Super Clips, I think it is. I'm gonna go ahead and watch those a little later. Looks pretty great.
Which one is it?
Want to know what I thought of the animated animated DC movies?
Oh.
On Netflix, they had a couple of them to Netflix recently. I'm gonna watch them. See here, thoughts on Leafy versus H3H3. I think this slap fight is dumb, honestly. I mean, I don't care for Leafy.
Who are either of them? Who are either of those? I don't know either one of those two. Who's Leafy is here, and who's H3H3? Oh, yeah.
H3H3 is a friend of JonTron, but he does a lot of like, reaction videos and stuff. But he puts some effort into them. He does a lot of jokes and stuff, a lot of cutaway gags and stuff. He actually puts effort into them, makes them funny.
Okay, so he doesn't stare at the screen for 3 hours and shows the whole video.
No, it's sort of like our world comedy. I think
is he more like Emmer? The reaction and review stuff.
No. He'll play it, but he'll stop and go like commentary.
Oh, okay. So it's more towards commentaries. Okay, then that's a little better.
Yeah.
And I'm not one to talk because I do it too. By the way, anybody who wants to check it out. By the way, anybody that watches my shit, I got another commentary coming up. Stay tuned.
Anyway, New Order. Haven't seen it. Sad. I'm imagining Danny's dick on Kylo Ren's body. It's very sad. Thoughts on the Fooly Cooley revival? I'm pretty excited for it.
I'm at mixed feelings. Like one.
Anime Heat's recommending that I look up. Okay, I'm gonna Google that real quickly.
Okay, I myself have got mixed feelings. Reason being is because while I'm excited that it's coming out, I'm pretty sure it did end. It didn't necessarily end on a sequel hook. So it having 2 more seasons. The one thing I'll give it credit for is it's sticking to the way it's normally filmed, only having 6 episodes. Only 6 episodes per season. So it's only getting 12 episodes. Like, I'll give it that much credit. However, they screw it up. That cartoon is an inspiration to me. So you'll know how badly how mad I'll get when I find out they screwed it up.
Here, someone's like Leafy is satire. I'm like, I don't care if he's satire. I don't care if he's satirical or anything like that. Like, I don't personally find him very engaging. I think he's kind of boring. But yeah, this whole feud is just lame. Like all I know at the start is that Ethan made a video that was just like, Leafy, you were kind of a dick, an autistic guy and stuff. Like, that's all. Then all of a sudden, Leafy did a video saying, Ethan, you're a douchebag, and going into the various reasons why. Like, I don't know. To me, this has been a lot more personal. Had Ethan just sent Leafy a fucking message, and we didn't need to see this. I would have preferred that. Like, I really don't much care to see this sort of feud between these two.
Yeah, if I want to see a feud, I'll either watch the. If I wanted to see a goddamn feud, I'd rather watch wrestling, or I'd go and watch the FGC have rivalries. Yes, I find.
If I wanted to see a feud, I'd go back to the theaters and watch Batman vs Superman again. There you go. That's my opinion on that. Both of them are being. Tin Man. Why the fuck are you subbed to the Cancer News Keemstar? Am I subbed to Keemstar? Hang on.
Keemstar? Oh, yeah.
I am on sub.
I remember that.
Drama alert. I don't. Does Keemstar have a personal account? Keemstar, does he? No, I do. I am not subscribed to Keemstar, like in the slightest. So yeah, like I do. Like
I've seen. It's the guy's a dickhead. I know what he's talking about.
Yeah, I am in no way subscribed to Keemstar.
Keemstar is like a tryhard. He's almost as bad as Event Status, except Event Status is, except there's Event Status is actually logical and right, but that's a rarity.
Yeah. Okay, now someone's asking me what the rarest game in my collection is. It's a tough one, actually. What is the rarest game? Like the one that I own that nobody else does? I actually don't know.
Blood. For me, it's Melty Blood, Actors Again, and Namco versus Capcom. Particularly because those games are regional, are imported.
I don't know. I couldn't tell you what the rarest game I have is.
What other questions you got?
Have I seen Pee-wee's Big Holiday? No, I haven't. Have I played the Zombie Army? I haven't. Brianna Wu looks like the lead singer of Four Non-Blondes Linda Perry. Looks like Steve Tyler. I think Brianna Wu looks more like a foot. I think she's Sasquatch in disguise. I do not like Brianna Wu.
No, I say she's that cockroach from Men in Black in disguise. Because she kind of talks like him. She kind of talks like him.
Hey, dude, thanks again for shouting me out, but my girlfriend is watching this right now, and she just touched down in Italy. She's actually a fan of yours and just texted me to tell you she enjoys your content and whatnot. Sorry for the long comment, but thanks again, LMAO. On another note, what is your thoughts on Superman vs. Goku? Well, tell your girlfriend she's cool for being a fan. Tell her, give her plenty of hugs. Thoughts on Superman vs. Goku? You mean the Death Battle episode? I get their reasoning, but I think the second episode was a little off because God Ki works differently than regular Ki. It's more magical, and I think Goku should be able to hurt Superman like that.
It was just made to spite the fans. Let's be honest.
I think it was.
It was made to spite the fans.
I do think that if Goku and Superman actually throwed down without any limits on them, it probably would end up destroying the entire planet. So I'm just going to go ahead and say that.
Well, I'm pretty sure, considering the way their minds work, they probably wouldn't even do anything. They probably just help each other out.
Does anyone know why Flash was wearing a suit of armor in the Visit His Bruce in BBS? Was that suit he wore in the comics? I think he was wearing a suit. It may have been a time travel suit or something like that, or perhaps some kind of armor that he was wearing because the future's fucked or some shit like that. That's my best guess anyway. Like, I have a theory about all that I'll post later. You like sport? No, I don't. I do not like sports anime in the slightest.
There is one I like. I like Ice Shield 21. That's only because I like football. That's about it, though.
Oh, you played football in school. So I didn't see. Maybe that's what. Yeah, maybe that's it.
Well, here's one. Where are they gonna make a Japanese cartoon about Ultimate Fight, about MMA?
They did that. It's called Baki the Grappler. I'm kidding.
That's more like underground fighting, like Fight Club, rather than like professional UFC. It's close, but
So I'd watch it.
I would too. Yeah, definitely.
Does IGPX count as a sports anime? I guess it kind of counts as sports anime, but it's more like a mech anime. I watched
like
IGPX just because it made Toonami money. That's it.
For what I thought, it's more like I always saw it as like a Road Rash with robots. I don't know if anybody who owned a Genesis played Road Rash, but you might know what I'm talking about. Was that series any good? Because I never actually watched the whole series.
Well, IGPX?
Yeah.
I watched it just because it made Toonami money. That's it.
Ah. I haven't really
Apparently,
watched
Bernie Sanders won Washington State. Cool.
Huh. I hear that Dragon Ball Super or Super Dragon Ball Turbo is like really, really bad at this point in time.
I'm not listening to it right now. Like, I'll watch it because it's Dragon Ball.
Oh no, I'm gonna check it out too, but I'm still gonna call it Super Dragon Ball Turbo.
It's understandable, yeah. God, it's past midnight.
Man, I'll give it a shot. I'm not gonna be a complete ass about it. See if it's any good. You know, I'll give it a chance.
Have you seen Hellsing Ultimate? Yes.
Who hasn't?
Someone's recommending Bio Booster Guyver. Yeah, I know Bio Booster Guyver. It's pretty good. Yeah, people should go watch it. Did I look up Aimi Yoshikawa? Yes, I did. She's cute and she has nice tits. Have you heard of this band? Well, for the record, I'm not just objectifying any woman or anything. You know, she's a porn star. She does porn.
Which one? Who?
Someone told me Kawa. I'm pronouncing that correctly, but she's a Japanese porn actress. More power to her.
It sounds familiar. Why does it sound
cute? She has nice bod, nice tits, and stuff like that. So, good recommendation. Very good recommendation.
The Japanese girl with a long tongue.
I had no idea.
Huh?
I have no idea.
There's a Japanese porn actress that has a long tongue. That she.
I don't know. You know, I've heard rumors of Elfen Lied season 2. Well, I didn't like Elfen Lied season 1, so let's not. Neutral Milk Hotel. Never heard of him. I'm starting to get Adam Driver say. Who the heck is Adam Driver? I'm going to regret looking at this, aren't I?
Adam Driver?
Huh? Oh, that guy. Yeah, the guy who plays Kylo Ren. Okay.
Okay, then. Anything else?
I don't know. You plan on buying a Friday the 13th Xbox One when it comes out? There's a Friday the 13th game coming out? No. Look at this up. Oh wait, I forgot about that game. Yeah. I forgot it was that summer camp game that got eventually licensed to be an actual Friday the 13th video game.
I guess you
yeah,
don't
I'll buy
play.
it.
I'm guessing you don't play Jason.
No, like it's a 5-player game. You know, one of you gets to be the slasher, the other people get to be one of the 4 teenagers.
Actually, that sounds like fun.
Yes, it does. I want to play it.
You get to be a killer and kill them. That actually sounds like a lot of fun.
Yeah, and they get to either try and fight you off or run away or survive the entire night. So that sounds fun. Sounds fun.
As long as I can beat the shit out of them in a sleeping bag, I'll be happy with it.
I think I got a machete. Slice. And apparently the slasher can like run around a corner and disappear and stuff like that.
This will be fun. Where they catch him? They catch him fucking or something too. Can you kill them while they're fucking or something?
I don't think they can fuck in that game, but
because I would love that if like you got two characters together and they started fucking, then you could be the killer and you just did basically did like pulled a twitch of the death nerve and impale them both. That'd be awesome.
suppose. Let's see here. Games I played recently. I've been playing a lot of Street Fighter V lately. You can see on my phone's background.
In before. Stop playing that game. There's no arcade mode.
Yeah, there we go. Stop playing the game. There's no arcade mode. I'm like, this is it. I don't give a shit. I play for the fucking fighting, okay?
Yeah, well, let's talk about the fact that that you know people are complaining because we're going to be getting some updates first. Then Alex is going to come 2 days later. That sounds so horrible, doesn't it? That sounds terrible. Capcom is so money grubbing.
Whole 2 days. Except say except pass, you get access to a free stage. Yeah, they're giving season pass members some perks. Oh, I'm kind of tired. I'm going to go short pretty soon. I'll answer a few more questions, and I'll go ahead and call it. Let's see here. Thoughts on the Terminator movie? I haven't seen it, actually. I haven't seen the new one. Out of the first Terminator films, rank any of them from best to worst. Terminator 1, Terminator 2. That was easy. People were like, yeah, it has half a decent content. Okay, back to Street Fighter V for a second. So because the game is $60 and is lack of half a decent content at launch, guys, it's a fighting game. Okay, the game is about the fighting. If you want, say arcade mode is not required. The reason arcade mode was there for single player was because in the arcades where they were primarily played, you did that until someone popped the quarter in and challenged you. Now we need that. I've seen that argument postulated a couple times everywhere else. If you want, say, the wealth of content for Street Fighter V is coming. We're getting a story mode in July, I think it is. We're getting a lot of stuff later on. Street Fighter V is going to be an evolving game that is going to be updated for years and years and years, according to Capcom. So if you're so you paid $60 for the game up front, which doesn't have a lot of content right now, but you get more content as time is their strategy all along. And if that's your I know you wanted like a lot of stuff now, and I don't blame you for that. I'm a little impatient too, but the way I see it, give them some time. They'll give us some great stuff eventually. The game's fun.
I'll put it this way: if Capcom any time in the future goes back on their word and starts releasing Super Street Fighter V and Arcade Edition and shit like that, I'll be behind you all the way.
Yeah, I'll agree with that.
Be behind you guys all the way because, they actually did lie to us. We haven't seen that yet. Until that happens.
When they lie to us, if they lie to us, I'll be the first person who comes out and says, Capcom, fuck you.
Yeah, I'm with that all the way. I'll be like, no, Capcom, this is bullshit. You promised us that you were going to go a different route and you're going to do this. But until that day happens, I'm not going to complain. I have no complaints.
Yeah. Okay, someone asked me a question I probably answered like 5 times by now every stream. Worst fighting game I've ever played, bar none, Catfight.
Catfight?
Catfight. What
the hell is Catfight?
I don't even want to look at it right now. It's so terrible. Oh, I'll probably review it one day. It's just bad. It's the absolute worst fighting game ever made.
Worse than Fight
Fever?
Almost.
Yeah, it's worse than Fight Fever by a long shot. Fight Fever is just stiff as hell. Catfight is both stiff and loose at the same time. It's absurd.
Is it really broken?
Yes. Top of that, the sound effects are annoying. The special attacks are ridiculously cheap looking, and the graphics are awful. It's terrible. Don't play it.
Sounds powerful. Sounds bad.
What do I think of the match card on WrestleMania 32 so far? I think Dean Ambrose versus Brock Lesnar is going to steal the show just because Dean Ambrose is actually, fun, entertaining.
One of the few good wrestlers on that roster. You know what? I'm just going to come out and say it since we're live. The Golden Era is better than the Attitude Era. Yeah, I said it. Everybody praised.
Oh, so many people mad.
Huh?
You're making a lot of people mad. But the Attitude Era's better.
The Attitude Era.
We had a boom period.
The only reason people like the fucking Attitude Era was because the only reason people liked the Attitude Era was because that was a time when WWE was trying to bust their ass to beat WCW, because at that time WCW was on top. Without WCW, they wouldn't have nearly that creative talent. The Golden Era was better. Plus, if you ever look at the old promos from the 80s, they're acted a hell of a lot better. Like, go look at the heel turn with Hulk Hogan and Macho Man Randy Savage. You'll swear that shit was real. Some people are arguing that you'll swear some people think that it might be a shoot. That's how realistic the acting is. It's like this heel turn at like the main event. Main event 2 is apparently on NBC or something. And it's basically the two of them backstage are having a little fight with and there's Elizabeth there on the bed. I could tell it was a bit of a shoot because Liz at the very beginning of I could tell it was a work because at the very beginning, Elizabeth was trying to hold in some laughter. She was like, looked like she was trying to hold some laughter in at first, but once it goes straight into, Macho Man yelling at Hulk Hogan, you'll swear it's almost real. Or hell, plenty of the things. Like, remember that spat between Ravishing Rick? Remember that spat between Ravishing Rick Rude and Roddy Piper?
Yeah, well, anyway, someone asked a question about Street Fighter V about is that if they think they can release half a game for $60 and other companies will do the same, except there won't be free updates to DLC. That would be a problem, except they already do that, and they love it, and people love it. Or have you guys forgotten about Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat the Complete Edition, Injustice Gods Among Us, the full version, and now Mortal Kombat 10 and Mortal Kombat XL. They've been doing that already, okay?
People still buy it. And I always make this complaint. I always say this. People always bitch about Capcom doing re-releases and doing shit that people hate, but nobody says anything when companies like Arc System Works do it. Arc System Works is not going the same route as Street Fighter V. They're doing the whole re-release shit. They're doing they're just now releasing a new one called Revelator and adding 4 or 5 more characters. Like, one is basically Gouken. No joke. Go look it up. It's basically Gouken, but it's like a cyborg, an android that a girl is controlling. Like, a little girl is controlling it, but it's basically Gouken.
This has got to be.
Design is almost identical to Gouken. Huh?
Apparently, Andrew WK is going to be at WrestleMania. He's going to be wrestling at it.
So that's who they got instead of Goldberg, huh?
Let me see. Well, to be fair, Andrew WK he's pretty big. I'm not gonna lie. Like in the early 2000s, he's pretty thin, but nowadays, dude, he's fucking ripped. He's huge.
Well,
he's jacked.
How tall is he?
Not as tall as me, about 6 foot something.
Who is he wrestling?
I don't know. It just says he's gonna be there wrestling somebody.
There was also that.
Oh wait. He's gonna be at NXT Takeover.
NXT? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll check that out. Like, NXT is probably the one thing that I actually do like from WWE. Like, more so than the main roster, because that one's actually pretty good. Although
I think if he does call, he needs to feud with Jericho because both of them are established musicians.
Well, actually, I could see that. Andrew WK and Chris Jericho, I could totally see that. Now here's the thing, though. Everybody heard about the rumors with Goldberg, right?
I don't know. I'm getting kind of tired, actually.
Well, let me finish this up. I know for a fact that Goldberg would never show up. WWE treated him like shit. He's not going to show up there unless they give him a paycheck that almost dwarfs their budget. That's probably the only time they're going to.
We all know that.
Yeah. That Goldberg hates Vince McMahon and he hates WWE. Like he does talk to a lot of the older wrestlers like Sting and Brock Lesnar, but other than that, no. Okay, I think I get you're tired, so I guess you might want to close the stream out whenever you want.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and do that now.
Yeah, I think
thanks
I
everybody for
rustled
coming.
enough Jimmys as it is, anyways.
Yeah. All right, thanks everybody. Go watch Batman vs Superman if you haven't seen it and form your own opinion about it. I really liked it. Hope you all had a good time. I will see you guys sometime soon. I'm working on something pretty. I'm working on something for like video wise right now. But I have a new full-time employment right now, so it could be a little inconsistent with it. But my schedule is like really late at night to really early in the morning. So we'll see where things go from here. Hopefully things are going to start smoothing out because I need to get into a good groove first. But I'll try and produce something before the month is over. Okay. All right. Anyway, I'll see everybody later. Have a good one.
Later, guys.